Yes, I am live with you all. I hope you're all keeping so well and having a beautiful. We've come home to some great blue skies. Happy days, you know. Let's keep it going this way throughout November and December. But yeah, really had a great holiday, long day traveling yesterday. 7 a.m. we rattled everybody out of their beds and into different shuttle buses and Ryanair queues and baggage queues, and then a big long haul drive from Dublin Airport to Valentia Island. So it was a lovely day out. Very seamless and really relaxing and enjoying, and great to be back now today. We got friends coming around and family coming around at 2 p.m. to give them all of their lovely gifts that we brought home. So I'm excited for today. And what a day it is here in our wonderful academy and here in our wonderful group called the 7 Levels of Awareness. We are going to be talking today about the beginning of our masterclass, where we're going to be looking forward to seeing hundreds of you live this evening at 7 o'clock. I know you've been working with your success advisors, receiving the workbook from them. So today we kick off the 7 levels of awareness, and we're going to be talking today about a very important level, the level that everyone wants to attain in life, which is mastery. So I'm looking forward to digging into that tonight, bringing a special guest on as well to interview him at 8 o'clock about his journey from all the different levels of awareness, from reactionary, frustrated type of a life, in that animal awareness, you know, where we're a bit afraid of everything, we're a bit worrisome all the time, and we have little pockets of celebrations like birthdays and Christmas, and we're trying to find mindfulness and yoga and all different things to move further along that path to a more joyous type of a path, a more peaceful journey within, and then moving along the levels that everyone needs to necessarily go through to attain mastery. So stepping away from the animalistic type reactionary thinking and living, and moving away certainly from that mass awareness where you're doing what everyone else is doing because that's the way it's meant to be done. That's what I've heard, you know, you need this many points to get this course, to get this business and all that sort of stuff. So moving away from that mass conditioning, that mass thinking, to a place where we start becoming very aspirational about things and thinking about there might be a different way. And I think there's more to life, and I'm going to be an individual, which is the next level, the individualism. And then the top 3 levels are where I like to, as my old business partner used to say, we all had our sandboxes. So I had my sandbox and she had her sandbox. Well, my sandbox is that top 3 levels: discipline, experience, and mastery. And the more that I stay close to a new friend of mine, which I wasn't really good pals with him before, discipline. The closer I stay to discipline, the more wonderful, beautiful experiences I have. And that makes me feel very masterful about life. So that's where we're going to go today. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday as well. So our 5-day masterclass from Sunday to Thursday starts tonight, 7 p.m. Look around your 7 Levels of Awareness Facebook group. That we're at a group of almost 1,000 people now, which is beautiful. And I see all my success advisors tagging, 20, 30, 40 of you there. So you have somebody there to guide you and take care of you throughout the next 5 days. So connect with them, most importantly. But the reason I'm on now at 1 p.m. is throughout the last 28 days, we have been going through this wonderful book called The Magic Book by Rhonda Byrne. And Rhonda Byrne became very famous for a movie called The Secret, which really brought the whole law of attraction phenomenon in the 90s and the noughties into the vernacular, into the everyday conversation. So she followed up with some other amazing books, but this one is all about a powerful force called gratitude. I like to personally describe gratitude in this way. Once upon a time, we were all in a womb and we all had an umbilical cord connecting us to our source, to our mum, to where our nutrition and our liquid and all of our blood and everything came from. I believe gratitude is like that cord that ties us to the infinite, to God, the universe, whatever you want to do to describe that omnipotent power that is in my belief, fueling everything from the blinking of an eye to the in and out of the tides and the oceans and the movement of the planets. So we connect to that source through gratitude. And I would love to see the comment section just absolutely lighting up with people who have been with us throughout every day of the 28 days. Some of you we've just welcomed you into the group today. We've welcomed more of you into the group over the last week. Like, it's about 100 people per week have been joining this group. So don't worry if we're at day 28 of 28 and you haven't even started. The Magic Book is there. Your success advisor will gift it to you, and you can watch back some of the old videos and follow along. It's something that I recommend people do at least twice a year, a 28-day journey with this book, so that you can really live with gratitude. I sat on the plane yesterday and I had no problem letting my little daughter, I knew she was having a peek as I was going through just a little journal. And I start off, I'll read what I wrote yesterday when I got on that plane. I'm so happy and grateful now. So first of all, thank you so much for the health and safety of me, June, Layla, Dylan, and Joni. Thank you for all of the people that conspired to make our holiday possible. For all the people that took care of us, the people that made the food, the people that cleaned the apartment and the pool, the people that cleaned our room for us, all the taxi drivers who took us everywhere. I was just making a big long list. Thank you for Ernestine and John, who worked together. He's the travel agent and Ernestine works in our company, for organizing everything. And I could have gone on and on and on. I actually stopped then because when you're in a Ryanair flight with 3 children, you're regularly interrupted. So I stopped there, but I could have kept going on and on and on. Everybody that was conspiring, they might all feel they just have their jobs. They go to their house in Lanzarote and they come to work in the hotel and go back. But in our life, they were all there contributing to, everyone who gave us a drink, everyone who filled the ice buckets for those drinks, everybody who cleaned the glasses from the previous user, everybody. You can just keep giving gratitude, and it ripples out and out, and givers gain. So the more you give gratitude on a subconscious level, the more you gain all this beautiful wonderment throughout your life, in every avenue of life. It feels like a very magical house today. Everyone's in such really wonderful form, and I can't help thinking that it was a very magical holiday. It's been a very magical month, and it's coming to a conclusion on a perfect day, because it comes to the commencement of, I believe, what is going to be the best masterclass that I've ever facilitated. There's a wonderful energy of a couple of WhatsApp groups going. There's myself and my team that I've had for the last year, Elena, Dusan, Ernestine, and Laura. And then we have a larger WhatsApp group with our success advisors as well. And there's just a buzz. It's kind of like Christmas Eve. We are just really excited to bring you all through the next 5 days. So please plug in. Let us get to know you. Tell us who you are. Carmen, I already see your very familiar face here. You're bringing an awful lot of love to our academy and saying some nice things as well. So really good to have you with us here. Hello, Amanda. Amanda's like walking on clouds at the moment. June and I were sitting by the pool and she's like, look at Amanda, look at this. And she showed me the phone about your big win you had. So it's really, really good. Really, really good. So let's all stick together, this wonderful new band of people who've connected over the last 28 days through gratitude. For all those people who just joined the group, and if you're watching over on YouTube as well, pop on over to the 7 Levels of Awareness Facebook group. Sometimes people say, oh, I don't have Facebook. Well, that's where we facilitate this masterclass. It's free, but it's within an enclosed environment. So what you're going to need to do is just open a dummy account. Just join us, put your name there, reverse your name, put a Z or a hyphen or something in the middle. Just join us. Just jump in for this week. You're going to really, really love it. Okay, so let's conclude the 28 days of magic. That'll bring us up to about 1:30 or 20 to 2. And then I'm going to go away and prepare for the next 6 hours or so. And I cannot wait to get back into the masterclass. I'm probably going to take in a little bit of a dip in the ocean between now and then as well. I didn't get to do my Wim Hof breathing session. I got to my breathing session, but I didn't get to do my cold immersion. And I've been itching to get home and get out into that tide today, but it didn't happen so far. So that's what I'm going to do over the next few hours. All right, my friends, let's get into it. Okay, so day 28 is called Remember the Magic. There's a quote here by Charles de Lint, and he was a writer and a Celtic folk musician. And he said, that's the thing with magic. You've got to know it's still here all around us, or it just stays invisible for you. So don't go to a magic show and then leave and get back into your car and go, it only lasts on that stage. Take the magic with you. I just talked to my children this morning about that phrase. I love the idea that chose me. I came up with an idea to do this for 28 days. And I've been every time I have read a win or a success or a financial gain or a financial windfall that was unexpected from somebody that's either in our academy or somebody who's just joined us for the 28 days, it just helps me to remember the magic is all around us all the time. It's how do you want it to be? With traveling at the moment in a present environment, shall we say, you have extra little worries and doubts and all. I hope everything goes well. It was absolutely smooth as can be. The magic is all around all the time. Everything shows up. All the timings show up. Everything just happens right on time all the time. So stay in that flow. Don't leave the magic in our masterclass. Take the magic with you everywhere you go. Every day is unique. There is no day like any other day. The good things that happen every day are forever different and forever changing. So when you remember the magic by counting yesterday's blessings, no matter how many times you do it, it will be different every time. So the list of 10 blessings you had for yesterday morning, if you get that out today now and look back over yesterday's, it probably almost feels old because today's are fresh. But when you go back and revisit it, it's lovely. I was reading the Wim Hof book on the way home the plane yesterday, and he got into some deep stuff about, some of the beliefs and philosophies. Like we've gotten right down into the deep study of the gene, genes, genetics, like the RNA and the DNA. And he started talking about how we're healing 7 generations before and the 7 generations after, which is detailed in very ancient teachings, namely the North American or the Native American people, the indigenous people of North America, had that saying that you are healing 7 generations before and the 7 generations to follow. So Wim Hof is a modern phenomenon. He's actually got an identical twin, and they put both of them through the same tests. And he was able to show that we've got this clear fat and this brown fat in the body. And Wim, through his use of his mind and through the use of meditation, visualization, and cold water immersion and breathing, he has a teenager's type fat system in his body, which, he's not a freak or a phenomenon of nature, but he's done it through the mindset. So he's today we're going to be talking about the 7 levels of mastery. He's a man who's mastering the functions of the physical body. But you don't have to be Wim Hof to do it. You can all really experience what he experiences through mindset, through the power of gratitude. It's the most powerful ongoing practice to maintain this magic in your life. No matter what your desires are now or what your desires you will have in the future, the magical practice remains the most powerful one in your life. And I wholeheartedly agree. And the easiest way to remember the blessings of yesterday is to start by remembering the beginning of the day when you woke up. So as I said, it might look old, even if you go back to a week from today and you read the old ones, your writing looks old, the page looks old. Like when you pick up an old diary, your handwriting's changed over the years. Yesterday even feels old, but it's like we talked about, you don't have to go back and change 7 generations. Just revisit yesterday's gratitude and bring it back into today. So when you woke up, go back over the day in your mind and recollect all the major events of the morning and the afternoon. So I can remember that breakfast starts from 8, but we had breakfast at 7:30 because we asked, we've an early checkout, and they said, no problem, we'll have everything ready to go for 7:30. So there was loads of waiters and loads of chefs contributing to have the breakfast ready for like 2 families that were leaving the hotel early. So I'm grateful for all of them, because the buffet was set up just perfectly beautiful, and as if it was stocked for hundreds, but it was stocked for 2 families. So I can recollect yesterday's gratitude list. I can recollect that my 8:40 pickup time, we moved that forward to 8, and I was meant to ring and confirm the previous day, but the day got away from me. And June was like, but how are we going to know if they're going to be here at 8:40 or 8? I go, sweetheart, they'll be here at 8. And sure enough, they were there at 10 to 8. So I went out. I says, are you picking O'Donoghue up at 8? They said, yeah. And I said, do you mind if I finish my coffee? Oh, no problem, no problem. Everything works out, always works out. So when you recall yesterday's blessings, it should be effortless. You're just scanning the surface of yesterday. And as you scan, all the blessings will bubble up to the surface of your mind. So we had 20 kg cases. We bought a lot of gifts and we bought a lot of things. We also had Dylan. Dylan, everywhere he goes, he buys a new football. He's a football fanatic. And I said, look, we're going to take it downtown on Friday night. We'll go to one of the shops. We'll put in one of their needles and we'll deflate the ball, put it into the suitcase, and we'll be good to go. You know, he was there yesterday going, and we stopped on a few destinations between the hotel and the airport. Can we deflate this football? I mean, it was probably €12, not the end of the world, but to him, it's special. It's the holiday football. Couldn't get it deflated. I goes, Dylan, it's going to work out. Trust your daddy. It's going to work out. And then I took my suitcase to the weighing scales. It was 22 kg instead of 20. So I took some stuff out, distributed, leaving a big gaping hole for what? A football, a weightless football. Football fitted right into where the 2 kgs had to come out. It all works out with magic. Keep thinking, don't worry, it's all going to work out. We're going to be explaining a lot more of that and how thought mastery just creates magic ahead of you. It's like you're parting the sea in front of you as you go and clearing the way for you ahead of time with positivity and with real creation. You know, thoughts create things. So you can start this magical practice by asking yourself a very simple question. What are the good things that happened yesterday? Like, I love changing the conversation when it comes to how we speak with children. If we say, what's wrong with you? Their little minds are going to scan and try and find out what's wrong with them. But if you instead say, what's the matter? They look for what the matter is and tell you clearly. So if you ask yourself a question, what are the good things that happened yesterday? Do you think you're going to start looking for the times that you were a little bit disgruntled? Do you think you're going to start looking for times when your tummy felt off? Do you think you're going to start looking for times when you were a bit frustrated with things? No, your brain is going to start, oh, okay, so I've been given a direction here. I've been asked to remember the good things that happen. So whenever you ask the question, your mind will look for that answer. Did you receive good news? Did you magically receive or accomplish your desires? Did you magically receive unexpected money? Did you feel happy? Did you hear from a friend who you haven't heard from in a long time? Did something go magnificently well for you? Did you receive a great phone call or an email? Did you receive a compliment, or did someone express his or her appreciation for you? Did someone help you solve a problem? Did you help somebody? Did you finish a project, or start something that you're great about, that you're excited about? Sorry. Did you eat your favorite food? Did you watch a great movie? Did you receive gifts? Did you resolve a situation? Well, I did receive a gift yesterday. I got new. My wife has been asking me to throw away this set of flip-flops that I have. I'm a very sentimental kind of a guy. And yesterday I got a brand new pair of flip-flops. She was like, right, I'm giving you these. Throw them away first thing in the morning. So I've got a pair for out in the garden. Let's just say I won't throw them away. But I have my fancy pair now as well. So I got a gift. Did somebody help you to solve a problem? Yes. Plenty of times when you're traveling, a lot of people help you with problems, with directions, with, you know, one bathroom was closed down and my children needed to go. So he was like, oh, you go here, you go there. Did you finish a project? Oh, did you get a gift? Came home, beautiful gift from Megan, a beautiful book from Pat Cosgrove, like other emails and gifts and beautiful things happening. Did I receive money I wasn't expecting? Yes. What else? Did I eat my favorite food? Absolutely. As much as we do love the coffee over there, it was nice to have I have my machine coffee. June has her percolator coffee with coffee there instead of me. It was lovely to have our own home coffee. So yes, I can scan over yesterday and I can't stop finding things to be grateful for. You know, we had our puppies in the kennels, rang them up as we're going to be quite late passing through. Can I collect them Sunday? No problem. People are always conspiring to help you on your way. You've got to acknowledge that. You've got to feel into that. And I know we got disconnected from our mum physically when that cord was cut. But too many of us in this world are disconnected from the great source of supply, and gratitude is that reconnection, and it keeps the magic happening. And it's just stunning all day long. I'll give you one quick example. We stayed in a hotel the night before because we had an early departure. So we stayed in the Carlton in Dublin, and we decided to leave our car there as well and pay for their parking. Now, I probably won't do it again because the shuttle bus from the Carlton is 10, half 10, 11, half 11, 12, half 12. We arrived in just about 12:05, knowing we'd missed the connection and we'd have to wait for the half 12 shuttle. But it was actually 4 p.m. and Valentia Island's a 5-hour drive. You have to stop for toilets and food and call in to see the in-laws in Newcastle West, which is about halfway down. So it's always going to be 5 or 6 hours. And you look at that, you've got 3 children whose bedtimes are not 10 p.m. and you're kind of saying, right, I need to get rocking and rolling here. So I went out to the front of the queue, and my heart does go out to the guy, but it is what it is. I had one of these, and I knew it was probably going to be about that. I said, "Hi, can you take me to the Carlton Hotel, please?" He was, I goes, "Just here. It's just around the corner." In the airport grounds, he goes, "Well, yeah, I mean, you can see the planes landing, but it's just." And he left, and he just walked down to talk to some other guy, and then came back up and he goes, "Come on!" And he was so angry. He spun the wheels of the car and everything. But I wasn't going to lower myself to his level of chaos. I'm not better or worse than that man, but I was not in that frame of mind. He's a service provider. I'm a customer. I feel bad for him. It does take a while for them to get to the top of the queue. But based on what I teach and how I live my life, that next fare, I could have kept him from another fare who could have potentially got him to go down a road with a very big pothole, and he could have burst his tire and he could have lost his whole day. So he was really disgruntled, really angry, steam coming out his ears. I could feel the tension. I didn't strike up a lot of conversation, which I normally do. I just said I would leave it. And when he dropped me off at the hotel, he spun the tires and took off like an animal. So the way I look at it is, spinning those tires is probably wearing down a little bit of value. You know, if you're trying to make more money, maybe don't spin the tires. But the point I'm trying to say is, I sent magic to that man. I sent love to him. I wished him well. The whole way I was traveling out there, I said, I don't know why. It was me that showed up. I needed to get to where I got to get to. It was a €6.50 fare, and I tipped him the rest. So I think he made nearly 100% tip, well, whatever, 80% or 60%. So that wasn't bad, but still in all. And I'm sure the next credit, the next fare he will get will be a good one, you know? So all I'm trying to say is, I loved going through this again, because it's probably been a year since I went through the Magic Book, and going through the Magic Book again got me to realize just how much I use it all the time. When I came back, the last time I did a pickup or a drop off at Dublin Airport, you were able to go to a set down area. So I left June and the children with the suitcases. I went to get the car back in the Carlton. Instead of loading the bags onto the shuttle bus, loading them off, loading them onto the car, I said, we'll do one pickup and I'll be back in a minute. And I went back to the Carlton, and sure enough, the ticket that I paid for 10 days ago, whatever, 8 days ago, didn't scan. I had to go back in and get it validated. No problem. These extra few minutes are probably keeping me from a collision at the traffic lights. No problem. I reversed back in. When I reversed back in, Kerry man said, you'd only see a Kerry reg reversing the wrong way up into a hotel set down area. I was like, where are you from? Dingle. And we got chatting. We had a mutual friend, a great, nice bit of banter, got the ticket validated. I keep looking at that. We had people who were meant to be joining us on holidays, couldn't make it. First minute I heard they couldn't make it, I said, there's some good reason. There was some person might have knocked them down, God forbid. There's always a good reason. I don't believe there's too many mistakes there when you're on your journey and you're living with gratitude. But when I came back, I remember there always being a set down area at T1 and T2. Pretty easy. But I know where the one is, but I needed to pick up June and the children at a specific place. And now it's isolated only for taxi drivers. And it's called like a prestige area or something. Anyway, I put on the left indicator. I said, that's where my family is. I have an empty car. I'm going to skedaddle in there. And then I was driving along and I was like, maybe this wasn't such a good idea, Declan, you know. But I wanted to pick him up. I wanted to get on the road for home. And I was going to just back my eyelids at the guard and say, I'm so sorry for coming in here. I didn't realize. And anyway, I started running out of room. There was nowhere to park. So I went down and I had to kind of just put it there, put on the hazards. And I looked up, huge big guard of sign. I'm like, okay, and I just sprinkled magic, and I was like, I'm a good man. I don't break the law. I'm just going to put on the hazards there. Like, yes, at the WL Alliance. Yes, at the Garda station in Dublin Airport. Yes, I'm not in the yellow box junction. I'm not blocking an emergency exit. Just leave me alone for a while. I just sprinkled the magic. I ran back over, grabbed the suitcases. The children ran along with me. It was just like Home Alone. Put all the cases in, closed the door, seatbelts on, and we drove out. And I just thought about it driving away. Like everything in that 25 minutes It meant we left about a half an hour earlier, but everybody was fine. Perhaps there was some person who was going to look out through the blinds and go, look at this fecker here now, block. You can't park here and come out and make a big drama. Not at all. They all got distracted by their phones or got distracted by an email, or else they saw it and they goes, do you know what? It's a Saturday evening. Let's leave them off. They seem to know what they're doing. We even took the luggage trolley back just so we I said, once we have the car loaded and you're there, put on the hazards, and I ran back and put the metal trolley back. We were good citizens, but it was just it could have been a succession of calamities. I probably won't use any other kind of car park again, apart from the main one. So you can come from the plane to the car and just go for it, but it sounded like a good idea at the time. But that's all I'm trying to say. Just a small little thing where the magic happens. We pulled into junction 14. I needed to fill up the car with fuel. The children wanted to get some food. And I was looking around and it was jam packed and it was raining. So I said, I would look forward now while I finish my fuel that a good few parking spaces will free up so that I can reverse in, have plenty of door room for June and the children to come back in with the food. Because when it's raining, you can rush it and the children can open the door and hit off another car. And sure enough, just like magic, 3 cars leave and I have my choice of spaces. And I pull right up near the footpath. So I have all the room. I'm wedged up to the footpath, loads of room to open the door fully. And I just sit there going, isn't it just magic? Then I remember Liverpool were playing Arsenal. I'm a Liverpool fan. Pull out the phone, Sky Go app. My children and my wife are bringing me hot food. My car is full of fuel. Watch 10 minutes of the game. Happy days. Sprinkling magic everywhere. I didn't realize how much I do it. I don't just say thank you to somebody when they give me a receipt. I really say it. I really give everyone as much gratitude, especially people who are taking care of me and my wife and my children and my team. So I hope you're doing the same as well. I hope after spending 28 days immersed in this book, I mean, it is brilliant. And I'd love for you, we might have people who've just joined us yesterday or the day before. I'd love for you to start sending in some of the comments of some of the stuff that's happened. Like we've seen some massive increase of sales. Look at this. Carmen, I've just got a gift of a couple of €1,000. This is incredible. Like, this is not, I'm not surprised, but this is it. I just found the perfect wedding dress for a wedding yesterday. I'm so happy and grateful. That's class. Gratitude is so powerful, Declan. It's a fabulous account from you of how it can change your life. Delighted you had a nice time with your family. Thank you. And I love this book. Well, thank you too. Carmen, that's brilliant. Congratulations. That's fantastic. I just love it. I love it. And what I love doing then is holding a mirror back. When people start saying to us, thank you for you and your team that I've manifested this. You see, we put stuff on. Like, we've created an academy, we've created an environment, we create masterclasses, but you are the star. Like, we're literally Mr. Miyagi and you're Daniel. You're the hero, you're, what's that song? The first line from Andrea Day's song, Rise Up. She says, you're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round. Well, that's what some people are like when they find us. They're a little bit broken down, they're a little bit worn down, a little bit lost in the dark. And here we come, myself and my team come along with this beautiful information that we study every day. And we say, hey, this is yours too. You can also learn how to do this. You can do it for personal. You can do it for professional. You can do it for relationships. You can do it for physical health. You can do it for your own self-confidence. You can do it for whatever you want, but it's yours. We don't own it. We're just doing this a few years longer than you every day. So let's go for it. And I'm delighted for Carmen and for Amanda here, who's just having some great wins at the moment. And Maria, whose birthday is today, Maria Morgan, congratulations as well. Increasing sales in her business and all getting featured on radio and magazines for her wonderful skincare products. So really, really awesome. And we're going to hear tonight from a gorgeous guy, 8 o'clock. Can't wait to do that interview because it's a person very near and dear to my heart. And I know that he's living life in that upper echelons of the 7 levels of thought, energy, and mastery. So let's wind up now with magic and close this out, and then we'll be back at 7 o'clock sharp to really take everything to another level. Okay, so Rhonda Byrne asked you to make your list for today, but to look back about yesterday as well. And I've looked back and I've given you an account of all the different things that contributed. Nobody moved me on and says, you can't park there. The taxi driver who, although was disappointed, just took me and didn't give out about it, So in so many words, that the people in the hotel, the ticket wasn't validated. They didn't, I believe it was a €95 for a lost ticket, but this wasn't lost, but it just wasn't scanning. They just looked at it and went, no problem, boom, boom. We had prepaid like €50 or something for the week. No problem, Declan, boom, boom, scan in and out. And I'll probably stay there now next week as well as a result, just to say, subconsciously thank them for being just seamless about it, you know. So that's how it goes, my friends. You know, we've got to sprinkle this before and after and into everything that we're doing. Sprinkle that magic dust ahead of you. So remember the magic list yesterday. Remember the magic list and yesterday's blessings on a computer, or write them out in a journal. Scan over the surface of yesterday till you feel satisfied that you've recalled all the blessings in your day. They can be small or big or very big, but it's not about the size of the blessings. It's about how many blessings you find and how much gratitude you can feel for each one. As you remember and notate each one, simply be grateful and say the magic words, thank you. When you want to do this magical practice after today, you can mix it up so that some days you write out the blessings, other days you remember the blessings and say them out loud in your mind. You can make a quick list of the blessings, or you can make a more detailed list by just saying why you're grateful for each one. There is no set number. Find from as many as you can from yesterday, because every day is different. But I can assure you that every single day of your life, it's full of blessings, the ones that have happened and today. Today, I'm blessed. I'm grateful for the electricity that's washing all of our clothes. You can hear it here in the background. I can anyway. I hope you can't hear it. For Aldi for having the washing powder or whatever we use, for our bags not getting lost, for my wife who loves doing that stuff, and I don't mind, but she's like, you're not going to do it right, so I'm doing it. So I'm grateful for her doing it, and I'm doing my half of the jobs with the cars and the up and down the attic with the suitcases. I'm just grateful for the styra that helps me to get up and down the attic. Grateful for my new light that's shining here, putting some light on my face. I bought that in Harvey Norman's the other day. So grateful for the people who made the batteries that power that. You know, you just can never end the amount, and you can list them, and that's fine, but you got to get emotionally involved. So I am honestly, like, I'm so grateful. I am so grateful for everybody that conspired for a beautiful, safe passage from our hotel room yesterday to our own beds last night. I'm grateful for my mom and dad calling over today, the people who took care of our dogs. Grateful for everybody along the way. So there is no set number. You can never stop. You can go bigger and bigger all you want. I think a minimum of 10 is good to do, though. Okay. Rhonda Byrne finishes off this book by saying, remember the magic. It was created for you. So there is never going to be another you. And I know throughout your life, you've had all different levels of happiness, tough days and rough days, and blissful days and peaceful days. And I know those days where you just, Christmas and days like that, where you can just sit around and there's nothing open, there's TV on, you're with your family and friends, you're eating food. Perhaps even lockdown gave us that gift where we got to spend time with people we love the most, if that was your experience. But days where you can just really look back and go, wow, that was an amazing day. That seems to be a type of life that evades far too many people in this world. I would like to think that everybody who's been through the gratitude for the last 28 days have now experienced that more every day than they ever have before. And if you have, don't let the magic stop. Keep doing it every day. A list of 10 things, close your eyes, and 3 times say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Look at Carmen here. I can just say, first of all, I'm so grateful for Carmen. And when I sing thank you, I remember kindness that she said in a comment recently. Thank you, because one of our team noted that comment in a WhatsApp group and said, like, you see this lovely energy that's coming from these people. And now for telling all of you that she's just received a few thousand she wasn't expecting. So I thought of her 3 times. I can think of 3 things I'm grateful for. Grateful for her smiling profile picture. 4 things. That's only one person I've never had the pleasure of meeting yet. Someone saying to me in a comment here, welcome back. I could just read those 2 words, but I can look at it and go, wow, someone's sending me a welcome home. That's beautiful. That's lovely. Fantastic 28 days. My life is calm and easy flowing. Looking forward to the masterclass. Yeah, it's so good. So everybody, don't let the magic stop. Anyway, you're going to start tonight with the masterclass. Okay, so that is going to be a different type of a vibe, a different energy. This 28 days is absolutely beautiful, and it's a very foundational form of preparation for what we're going to start tonight, which is I think a lot more people would back themselves to leave the lower levels of awareness, these animalistic mass awareness type feelings where you're jumping from grief and worry and doubt and fear and envy and guilt and shame and anger and frustration to peace and serenity and confidence and forgiveness and love and joy and gratitude and grace and kindness and generosity. That's where those people that live in mastery do. They're aware of all the SH1T that happens in life, but it doesn't affect us on a physical, emotional, or spiritual level. It just is, regardless of the enormity of the situation. Okay, so I cannot wait. It's going to be a bit of a roller coaster because we're dealing with very high octane thinking, but probably wouldn't have done this a couple of years ago. But I know the people that we're attracting to our academy and the people that we're attracting to our masterclass are people who are ready for good stuff. And one of the greatest compliments I've got, somebody emailed me one time. They follow me on Instagram, and they just happened to mention some other people who are in personal development, and they said, "But just following you guys, I see there's an awful lot of meat and bones in this," and that's what I like about it. Is there's personal development can be very like something you put on a mug or something you put on a Pinterest board, very soft and gentle, and live life and live, love and laugh and stuff like that. But I'm not saying we're better or worse, but people really want to know how can I get results? And that's what we bring to the industry. We're very much interested in helping people to understand the ups and downs while focusing on the results and being grateful for the good and the bad, understanding it's all part. So everybody goes from mastery to animalistic reactionary types of feelings on a daily basis. I do, no problem. Today I was FaceTiming my lovely sister in Australia, trying to just have a conversation with her, and my children are giddy, they're overtired or whatever, and they were just absolutely making too much noise. And I probably went out 7 times. I think a few years ago I would have been probably roaring, probably scaring them a little bit, but like, stop it now, but I don't value that type of communication anymore. I value nice memories for them. And I just went out time and again, and I goes, guys, can you understand, so I haven't become this soft, kind of a daddy, but I've just been very respectful and clear and say, I really being interrupted a lot. I want to speak to Noreen, so that was a masterful type of a parenting way, and getting true to them about it, understanding their levels of sugar and their levels of tiredness and their giddiness and all that stuff. Maybe even little bits of anxiety about going back to school after a week away. You never know. So people who live with mastery all experience the feelings of, like I was frustrated. I wanted to just do a Homer Simpson on it and just like, but you can feel it and not act on it. So there's so many different times in your life where you can experience mastery. You can act like you're somebody who's totally in control of your thoughts, feelings, and actions and your emotions. You can live that way all the time, or you can react and go, oh, I'm sorry, I lost my temper. Oh, but that's just where you are right now. And you can move out of that, no problem. We're going to talk about that all of this week. 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You're in a group of almost 1,000 people. You might feel like you're on your own. You're not. You're going to start forming friendships even through the chat here. And you're going to have one of our success advisors holding you by the hand throughout the week. They'll probably be getting a bunch of you together for like private chats just to see how you're getting on and how it's all going. I know many of you have already met up ahead of the week. So let's finish it off now, and I will see you. So thanks to everybody for being with us for the 28 days. I hope you've enjoyed it. Everybody in the academy, thanks for coming along with us. We always keep facilitating our main content, but for the last 28 days, we moved over to this, and I think you've all embraced it wholeheartedly, and thanks everyone for that. And all right, now the attention changes onto the 7 levels of awareness, starting 7 p.m. tonight. Don't be late. See you then. I'll read this out quickly. Welcome home, Declan. Glad to hear you had a wonderful holiday. Love the story at the airport. I had a similar feeling when I had to travel home at the beginning of the month, from getting the ticket, going through the airport, having a friend picking me up when I arrived, sprinkling magic dust to everyone who I was interacting with. Yeah, that's top class. Really good. Okay, bye-bye, everybody. I'll see you at 7 o'clock right here in the 7 levels of awareness group. Don't be late. Everybody in the academy, it's not going to be there. Just in one group, 7 levels of awareness. Be there. See you then.